Hello, let me just double check, guys, because I'm live, but I don't see my image. Okay, I see myself now. I'm just double checking. So if you don't see me looking at you, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm okay. So like, give me 1 second. First of all, I gotta lower the volume of the phone, and I'm just gonna make sure that so I know Heather is gonna be here. So hi, guys. So perfect. And if you're gonna see me, I'm working on some stuff. But hi guys, welcome. Welcome to the live session for today. My name is Nathalie D'Souza. I'm part of the video design team for Pink Fresh Studio. And today we're gonna work with the new Sunshine on My Mind collection. So we're gonna give it a few minutes until all of you guys are here. I know that let us know where you're watching from. I'm here in Toronto, Canada. And why maybe you guys are gonna see me sweat is because I went to close all the windows in the house. It's very hot in Toronto, but see, we have air conditioning, but we have to clean it. That's something that I don't know how to do because that's what my husband does. But my husband was home late yesterday and the day before because it's busy season for us for his work, and I'm holding an exacto knife pointing at my head. Not a good thing. So he has to clean it up for us to turn it on. So, of course, he hasn't cleaned it up. He's going to do it tonight because he's going to come home by 6. That means that I cannot turn on the air conditioning because I don't know. There's something about smoke, not smoke, but dust and stuff like that. So I have to keep the windows and the doors open, which is great. But the summertime in Toronto, and I'm sure that this is all over the world, it's called construction season. And if I open the door, you're not going to hear me. All you're going to hear is the beeping of the cars because we have a pool in the backyard that is being torn apart. It was 20 years old, so they had to be, being restructured. And that means that also everything on the side of my building is being construction. Plus, I live right by the ravine of the Humber River here in Toronto. And I have a train that goes right next to, next to my apartment. So you guys don't hear any of that when I'm live because, of course, heaters and stuff like that. But when the windows are open, you hear all that noise. So you might watch me sweat at the end of this because, like I said, I had to close not all the windows, but the ones that direct air here. So it's gonna be like a steamy one. So, I see Heather. Hi, Heather. We're gonna have fun today. I've started the project a little bit. I had an idea. As always, start with I had an idea. So, now that Heather's here, we're gonna flip out the camera. But just remember, for every time you comment, let us know where you're watching from. I see quite a few of my friends. I see Esther is in Mexico. I see people from Portugal. My husband's Portuguese. I understand all you're saying. I can read it. I can write it. I cannot speak it. So don't ask me to speak Portuguese. Spanish, that's my first language, not a problem. Okay, so it is super hot here. But like I said, I had an idea. I'm going to flip the camera. We're going to get started. And then just remember, again, going back to everything, I'm remember for every time you comment or you share, the live, we're very happy that you're here, first of all. At the end of the live, Heather will be drawing one of the comments or the share for a gift certificate to the shop worth $15. And, with the new stuff in the shop, you want to have the money to help you purchase everything. So with much further ado, let me click the button so we flip the camera. And you're going to see that I've started my work and my table might look messy, and it's just because I have everything in the center of the table. But we're going to open it up. So let me get up. And here we go. So let's move this stuff out of the way. So like I said today, we're working with the Sunshine on My Mind, and I have all the stuff here. I have the journaling bits. I have the floral ephemera. You're going to see how I'm going to clean up my table too. I have the, what is this? The acetate ephemera, and I have the pieces of ephemera. So I'm going to start cleaning my table here, and I have all the embellishments here. So I just want to make sure you know that I have them here, and I have the papers here. So let me, I've used quite a few of them already too, by the way. So, it's going to be interesting. So I've been saving this paper because this paper's name is Best Summer because of this. And I just started, so I haven't done much. I waited for you guys. Okay. I love these little Polaroid thingies. And they're not thingies, they're frames, but I call them thingies. I think that a great way to add pictures, to just like, frame your stuff, your images. So this paper is going to be the one that we're going to be using. We're going to create kind of a rainbow for a background with this. So I was very careful not to like, cut up the rest of the paper. So I used my ruler and an X-Acto knife to just pull out the frames in the center. I pulled out the 4 out of them and I'm detailing them. So we're going to work on that right now. Like I said, I use my X-Acto knife and my ruler. I want to make sure that, we might use a few more of this. I don't know yet. Our background is going to be white. Yes, this collection has 6x6 paper pad. You want to see mine? Okay. You're going to see how, like, I think I have like just half of it is like usable. The rest is being used. Okay, so what I have done, where's my X-Acto knife? I was pointing it at myself and now like, I don't know where to put it. So I'm just gonna take the inside image. It's like a photorealistic, look inside of the frames, but I'm gonna use the frames. Okay, so just a little bit of X-Acto knife work. And it has a little bit of like around the corner, almost killed the other one. I'm gonna keep it straight just for the sake of like, speeding this up. And I was gonna do this outside of the camera and I started, and the same I said, I didn't realize that the time was happening like, soon, because as soon as I sat down to like, oh, I'm gonna like, get ready for this, like I have the idea and everything, I was like, oh, the window, the noise outside, and then I started moving around, moving stuff, and then next thing I knew it was 1 o'clock. So there you go, guys. So we're gonna work on this from scratch, and we're gonna make it in an hour. So, or so let's hope. So there we go. So you wanna like take out the inside carefully so that you have your frames. Okay. So I have, and I'm going to show you. I have pictures. I have sets of 3, well, sets of 4, because this one I screwed up when I printed them out. And these are all summer pictures. Okay, so before I like, I want to decide. This is my daughter when we went to Ecuador. So one of our trips is at the beach. This is just my kids and my littles, which are my like, niece and nephew at the park. Very sunny days. And this is my niece in the pool that I was just telling you about that's being reconstructed on the back. I kind of like the pool scene because it's very summery. I kind of like this because it reminds me of black and white pictures. So it was hard for me to choose which one. So the best choice, it was like, oh, okay. And then this frame here is like around 2-ish by 2 3/4. Okay, so I went and printed my pictures around that size. So you see what I'm doing? I'm framing my photos. So I'm turning my photos from like a plain picture into a Polaroid picture using the frames that come in the paper. The paper name is Best Summer. So you're gonna see I have one here. So I'm thinking, I just wanna see before I continue, what looks better. See, you hear the beeping of the cars? I like the water ones too. Like it's, I'm trying to read comments at the same time. And then I have this one here, but I think it's too green. So we'll save this one from another day because just in case I'm just gonna let you know. Kathleen is on vacation for a few weeks in June. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in June. So you might get sick of me by the end of June, by the way. So there we go. So I'm between these two. Okay, so, and I'm keeping, like I said, the frames in the center. And all my pictures are landscape mode. So I'm going to keep them here just so like, I know there's one. I need 3 of them. And actually you only get 3 of them like that are full in the paper. So I'm going to detail those ones. It's going to take me no time. And somebody's like, trying to get a hold of me. They're going to have to wait until 2 o'clock. So how you guys doing? I know that like, the weather is changing everywhere. I don't know how the weather is or where Heather is at. Here, like last week, it was nice, hot, not that much. And like today, it looks like Hades went out for a walk because it's like we're at the 30s already, which is like 108 or so. We're, and it's hot. And I don't do summer that great. Like, mind you, I'm from Ecuador. Ecuador. And people always think, how are you from a tropical country? Ecuador, it's like, we have the Pacific Ocean on the west, but we are run through by Los Andes, which are like a mountain range, and I happen to be from the mountain range. So the weather is like spring here all year round. The area where, like the little town where I'm from, is actually right at the, how would you say it? Like right where the Andes finish and the Amazon starts. So it's like beautiful weather all the, like I said, spring all year round, my little town, and it's beautiful. So I'm not used to the heat. When we wanted to go heat, we go see, like, we went to the beach and we go see my uncles and stuff like that. But not really. So the weather here, the only thing that I like is that, well, humidity is starting to hit, and humidity is the worst thing. You saw my hair. My hair doesn't do great with humidity, you know. But it's not something that we enjoy that much. So there we go, 2 frames. I'm not going to use this green. I am going to empty it, but I'm not going to use it. Like, I want to stay in these 3 colors. I'm going to show you why in 2 seconds. Then I'm going to save this one. Don't throw them away. We'll make something out with those. Don't worry. So let's just keep doing this. If I can answer comments, it's not because I'm ignoring you, just in case, it's your first time here. If it's your first time, welcome. It's just because I'm looking down and, comments are showing on the screen, and headers will help you unless, there's something I'm trying to every so often look up. So if I look like I'm answering questions randomly, it's just the way that I see them on my screen. It's a little bit hard, guys, a little bit tricky to do, like, especially with an X-Acto knife. I don't think you want to see blood on the table. And it's happened. So let's just finish this. We're almost there. Once we have this, the rest is going to be pretty easy. Okay. Here we go. We're just, taking it out. Once we have the 3, then we'll decide on the photos, and then we'll start building the layout. And you're going to need that paper again. I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't know about you guys. And, people think that, like, I'm crazy. Well, my husband does. That I order second collections all the time. And he's like, you don't need more paper. I'm like, I do. I need more paper. Because by the end of the month, I probably will have, or in 3 weeks, I probably have none of the 12 by 12s from this. So I need to order a second one. Because I use them up. And even though I work for a white background, you still end up using paper. And when it's beautiful paper, you want to keep it. So, there we go. So we have our frames. Let's get rid of our little board thingy. So now we decide on the photos. You see, this best summer might make an appearance. This green frame is going to make an appearance. So we can go with something very like watery feel, which I kind of like. And I left a little bit of a white border around my pictures, just so, like, they bring the focus onto them. And like I said, these are 2 3/4 by 2 inches in height, 2 3/4 width by 2 inches in height. And I kind of like the water ones. I do enjoy the water ones, but I think that we can go also with the, my daughter watching like the beach. So let's see what we decide. I don't know. See, I'm debating on this. Okay. I should have made this decision before we started this, because I like this too. Okay, let's stick with the water, because you guys have a lot of, like, swimming pool pictures. So let's give you an idea for your pictures. We'll work on that after. So here we go. Photos, we have our 3 pictures. Literally, I'm going to back them with this. I'm not even going to add foam adhesive. I just want to back them. So I know that this one here, I'm just going to play with it. Kind of center this one. If you look at the color progression, just like a little bit, like I said, we're going to bring a little bit of a rainbow. And you're going to see here, I have only cool colors. I have this is like a teal, and I have this blue kind of purplish tone, and this is gray. So if I'm working on, like, whether I put them horizontally or vertically, I want to create a little bit of like a gradation of color. I'm going to go vertically. I'm telling you, I already see it in my brain. And I think that I want to put this one in the center, or maybe this one in the center, because it's kind of a neutral color. And I know that I want my knees right on the center, like facing up. And then I might go with this one with the water, kind of coming up here. And this one with, you know, she being crazy as she is down here. So then I can add like, you know, kind of greens and maybe some pinks. So I can play around with this. Let's just try one more time. Let's see, maybe this one. I'm just trying to see which one is going to center better. There we go. It's going to be like this. Here. Here. And here. There we go. So now let's back it up. Oh, you see, I'm reading the comments on like all the weather. It's horrible, yeah. I mean, if you like summer, good for you. Like, oh my God, like you are loving it. Like I know a few people like that are like, oh, I love summer. And like, what do you do? Like seriously, like unless you live close to a beach, like you know, then or like you know, you really enjoy the heat, then kudos to you. But like seriously, like all I dream is about air conditioning. Like I'm sorry, like because I can enjoy like a walk with the dog. Like my doggy I have a Boston Terrier, and he doesn't do great in the heat. Plus, the floor is so hot, like, you know, he starts like, you know, crying to be, you know, because he can walk. So it's not pleasurable for them. And it's, you know, the sun, like, you know, the heat itself is not bad, but when you get to the humidity, that's when it's just, you know, my hair is already frizzy. So, you know, it's not pretty. And there's only like, I was like, you know, this comment that people have, there's only so much clothes that you can take off. You know, in the winter, you can put on a lot of layers. You cannot take everything out. So just keep that in mind. Same as scrapbooking, you can add, but you cannot subtract. Okay, so I'm just like, you know, gluing my pictures, making sure I have this ready before we move on. And I'm just adding, like, you see, I'm gonna add my glue right at the edge of the inner rectangle that I cut out of the paper. There we go. If you want to use like, you know, I know that one of the questions we always get is said, these are reversible. Oh my God, what is the question? These are not frames. I cut them out of the best summer paper. So I cut them out of here and I just take the inside. The doggy boot, he doesn't like them. Oh my God, you know, when we put socks or boots on him, is the funniest thing, and the poor thing cries. And no, I don't want to put him through that. Just trust me, we have tried it in the winter. Because again, winter we get a lot of snow. I don't mind the snow. My dog loves the snow. So there we go. I have my photos. Let's put a background. And I'm going to use actually white cardstock for my background this time around. This is like linen, because this is going to pop. So just so you see what I'm going for. See, like this one is going to go in the center, kind of keep it neutral. And of course, we're going to build upon this, but just so you see what, like, you know, where I'm heading. So I have like, you know, my pictures, and you can go, actually, if you like, you know, going, oh, what am I going to do? You can go back into this and just like fill up your spots. Idea. If you're like, I don't want to die cut all those pieces, I don't, you know, so just use your X-Acto knife, take the insides and back it with your pictures. And then you can add some embellishments everywhere, like, you know, somewhere else. That's all you need. But for this one, I'm actually going to, like I said, you can create a grid if you want to, but I don't want to create a grid. I want to kind of have a little bit of movement on this. So I want to move this. I'm going to keep this like in there, here. Like, you know, they don't have to even be straight. Now I need to fill the rest of this and not like, you know, to the background. So let's use some of this. So let's be smart and add colors that are going to complement that. And that's what I'm staying like within the cool tones. So everything is kind of neutral here. So what I'm going to cut, and I'm going to use the frames that are on the side because they're not full frames. They're just pieces, but I'm going to use them as pieces behind my photos. So it's okay for me that they're not full, because when I'm going to do something like this. So you're just going to see a piece of it. I don't want the full effect. Okay. So let's go at it. And I'm not going to need all of them. I'm going to use this yellow one because my friends are like yellow. and they know that I don't like it, but I'm a good friend of yours, and I'm gonna give you some yellow. But it's gonna bring some cheerfulness to the page. So let's get all the pieces that we need together ready, and then we add a little bit of color to a background and set everything in place. So this is a quick and easy idea for you to create. Like I said, if you want to go quick, you just use an X-Acto knife, empty some of the picture frames. This is one of the layouts that you can add a lot of photos. If you want to. If you don't want to, you want to be like more detailed and start cutting them like, one by one. I love the B side. And I would, again, second pack of paper. Let's hope that, Canadian companies have them soon so I can buy them because, okay. The shipping of stuff from the States over here, oh my, it's so expensive nowadays. So pricey, like overly pricey. So there we go. So just so you see what I'm going for. See this yellow? I'm missing a piece. So be smart. Camouflage it. Okay. That's going to add dimension. It's going to add to the bulk. So you see, I'm just creating the layer effect. I know, Esther. There you go. Some yellow for you. And I want some pink. So again, I'm going to take the pink that's on the side here. So let's go. And I might take the pineapples of one of these. I might take the pineapples out of this, pink one and back it up with some paper, or maybe back it up with some of the pieces I'll have left over. I just don't want pineapples on both sides. Sorry, I'm taking that out of camera. I'm used to, like, whenever I do a video, take the fussy cutting out of the camera so it doesn't come in the video, but you guys need to see this. So here we go. Like I said, I might take the pineapples out of this one. I don't know yet. Okay. See? Paper. And I want this one, again, camouflage. See, this one, I think I need to get rid of the pineapple. So you see how I'm like slowly building this up? I am using the pieces of the paper. I'm not going to use like, dyes or anything today. Trust me, you guys know that I love a good dye. But today I want to just play with paper. Because all of you guys have a brand new collection. So, let's make the best out of the collection. So here we go. And I think this one, the pineapples, don't bug me on this one. But on this one, they do, because I think I can bring something else to it. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about, yeah. So let's go at it. I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to empty this frame. I'm going to take some of this. Careful when you guys do this. Don't, colors are similar. I had to do a double take. And please tell me that's anything, because I was actually, you guys are going to laugh because somebody laughed at me this morning. I texted somebody, said like, I missed it because I was wearing no glasses, or he did not add something to, like, we had to share something in the morning. And she's like, oh, I haven't shared. I'm like, thank God, because I was thinking I just got new glasses. It can't be that I need new ones again. Trust me, guys, my husband thinks it's a possibility. So you can use one of the ones you cut before, which I kind of like this one. I think it brings, like, the summery feel. But I was thinking, maybe we can go with something from here. Like, I will always love, I love you always. We'll stay close, bring some more of that, Actually, am I going to cut this one here too? Be close to the people that feel like sunshine. Bring more of the yellow. There you go, Esther. Do you say Esther or Esther? Which is like how we'll say it, Esther. That's how you read it in Spanish. In English is Esther, but in Spanish is Esther. So yes, I'm going to take this one. So you see, I'm going to slowly like kill the paper. I kind of like this too. So I'm thinking maybe we'll move this one right here. Oh, I like that better. And maybe we make this a little bit thicker. So let's see. Let's move this yellow just to be safe over there. Because nothing is glued yet, so we're just playing with the papers here right now. Kind of build up our story here. And move this pink one down here. Lift it. Remember, we're cheating with this one here. So I kind of like that better. Okay, so maybe center it a bit. Move this a little bit. But I like this better. Okay. So here we go. We're still supposed to go to Toronto. Thank you, Jane. Don't worry about it. I'm already shipping stuff. But if you come your way, let me know where you're gonna be, and I'll come meet you. Make sure that you let me know ahead of time, so I can make time in my busy schedule. My husband's gonna think that I have, but I do have a busy schedule. So I'm liking this. See, I'm like this. There's a few colors. I do think that I'm gonna have to add something yellow here. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do think so. So let's just look at that before we go any further. Let's go in here. I was hoping to add, I know there's a bathing suit somewhere here. So let me just see where I saw it. And this is my ephemera pack. It says what it says here. Lifeguard on duty. So I might actually add it. Okay, so I have I know there's a bathing suit. Let me just double check, make sure that I didn't miss it. Or maybe I missed it. Oh no, there's a beach ball. Some sunglasses. Okay, so let's give a little bit of yellow to this. But let's soften the yellow a little bit. So you're gonna see my Kill 6x6 paper pad. Okay, let's look at something that's gonna bring a little bit of yellow. What about some stripes? Let's take a look. That's not bad. Nope. I need something. Don't comment on the state of my papers. I'm just trying to find a little bit of yellow for this. So it's a little bit softer. Okay, we're gonna use this one here. So let's take these pieces. I don't know if your 6x6 paper pads look like mine, but like I said, mine is very killed already. Let's see. Very well loved. That's the way I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna go ahead and back my frame with this yellow paper pad. Oh, I know. Isn't the collection beautiful? All the collections are beautiful. So, I always said, people say, what's your favorite collection? And I'm like, oh, that's like you asking me, who my favorite child is. And I think I've said it before. It's like, whenever people ask me, who's your favorite kid? I'm like, the dog. Literally, the dog is my favorite child. Like, I won't pick between my daughter and my son. I refuse to. So my baby is top up there. So back in this space, like this. Okay. Okay, that makes much sense. So the yellow is gonna pop on the background. There we go. There we go. Let's clean up my desk a bit. So the images here, they're gonna have to pop. So that means for my adhesive. So if you don't want to add dimension, then you skip this step. But I think you're gonna see that you're gonna benefit from that. So let's go and just add it. And like I said, it's not a mixed media. We're gonna add a little bit of color to the background, but not tons. That's what I'm not stressed over. Let's add the part yet. So just gonna go with the foam adhesive. And I'm gonna add it to the pictures only, not to the other ones. The ones might just need like a little bit of help at the corners. Unless you want it to be like super dimensional your layout, then you add it to all the frames. But I don't think you need to. And you're gonna see that I'm trying to add it just to the center. That means that I can kind of move them around. So you see what the difference it makes already? Just a little bit of foam adhesive makes a world of difference already. There we go. You need some fruit. I'm trying to read. You need some fruit stamps and ephemera. There are some fruits and and there is an entire washi tape set that is all about fruits. So check it out, check it in the shop, and it's a beautiful washi tape, and we should do something with it. We'll see, guys. I'm adding it to my list of to-dos. Don't worry. Okay, so now let's set up how this is going to like, sit on my page. So you're gonna need a pencil right now. So I like this. Let's make this crooked. Doesn't have to be like, like horribly, like, just a little bit of movement. It's gonna add a little bit of interest. And I'm okay with just gonna stick a little bit down. I might camouflage that with something else. So not completely. Yes, let's see. Kind of like that. Let me see, because I can see on the screen here. Okay, I like how this is going. Get your pencil. And just mark where you're gonna, like, where you just need to do like a little L right at the corners where things are going to sit. Doesn't mean that they're gonna stay like that, like, on perpetuity, but at least an approximation of where everything is sitting. So you're gonna see that I'm going to add a little bit here. Okay, so I'm gonna lift it up. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but I have the little dots here that kind of creates a map for my background. Okay, so what I use today, and I don't want to add lots of color. I don't. I want to, but I do want to. I want to add something that's gonna make this pop. So I went to my stash and I was trying to find something that gave me like a wave motif, but I wasn't too sure which picture I was gonna use. So this is one of my favorite stencils, and this is the Leafy Squares stencil. This is a slimline stencil, or slim stencil as it's called. And then I'm gonna use inks. So I do have the small brushes. I haven't, breaking up the packet because I think I should buy another. I bought two, I got one set and then I bought a second set. I'm thinking I need to buy a third set because my brain is thinking, don't dirty those ones. So let's play with the colors on the background. Do we want to keep like, so at the beginning I was thinking rainbow, but now that I have my pictures, I think I want to keep it like really into like that watery tone. So just in case you want to know like what colors match with this collection, Coral Reef, Sparkling Rose, Sunshine, Ocean Breeze and Aquamarine, and a little bit of metal. Those are the colors that match. Just keep an eye on the blog. You see it coming all out. So I'm going to use a little bit of aquamarine for this one. And I'm going to mix a little bit of storm for this. I want to stay in those cool tones. So let's start with some, what do I have? Blue at the top. So let's start with aquamarine at the top. Aquamarine. And I want a little bit of I know it's storm, but I want to go with some like those tones there. I want to stay like really soft. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to keep in mind is, remember I have blue on top, teal at the bottom. I want to reverse the order, so I want to make sure that I have teal at the top, blue on at the bottom when I stencil my pattern. So okay. I'm trying to read the comments. Sorry. Okay, let me find my brushes. Let me find my brushes. They're right next to me. Let's start like I said. And again, dark. So I have some here, and you're gonna see me move the stencil a bit. So I have like a little mark here, and I'm not going to like add color everywhere. So I'm gonna be very specific of where I add it. So I'm gonna start with some aquamarine, and I'm just gonna go there. And it's not gonna be perfect, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna fill the entire page with it. I'm just gonna give it a little hint of color on the background. Think I always talk, and I always say this, an aura of color behind it. Just so things pop a little bit. And you're gonna see I have the marks right there. Let's go over here. And I'm moving the stencil. It's okay if like, it's not a perfect impression. And I'm just picking up some ink on my brush. And I'm using this one because it's like a larger area too, so it's easier to add color fast. And I'm not adding a lot of pressure because like I said, I don't want like a dark impression. Just want like a soft aura of color. And I'm gonna put emphasis where the corners that I created with my pencil are like, situated so that I know when I put my pictures back in place, you actually see the mixed media. Okay, so just so you see, I'm not going to overdo it. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Okay, so let's see. Just to stretch it a bit softly. Okay, so let's stretch it up a bit here softly too. Let's see. There we go. So now we're gonna go here. We're gonna get out of, we're gonna go into ocean breeze. We're gonna soften it. We're gonna try to do, like the middle is gonna be a softer color. So let's try to match it a bit. I'm gonna move it a bit. Up, up, up. There we go. Same brush. And let's move them. And you do want to use a stencil that kind of repeats, like, the pattern a bit, so you can move it easily without, like, losing the pattern if you want to. This is very forgiving because you're not adding mixed media, like, it's not going to be the feature on your page. It's just a little bit of pop of color on your background. So see how softly I'm just playing with the colors here. That's what marking where you're going to put your stuff is going to help you so you don't add, like, the entire page. Just a little bit. There you go. That's all we need for this one. Let's switch on to, oh my God. Let's switch on to the blue. We're going to start with some sky blue. I'm not even going to clean my stencils. Move it here. Sky blue. There we go. And let's put it up here a little bit. And if I'm missing comments, it's because I'm really paying attention to the inking right now. So my apologies. But I'm sure Heather can help you with that. There we go. So we're going to end up with a little bit of summer shower at the bottom. I'll flip it like this so I can do it all at once. So I see where everything is. I see the little pencil marks. I'm going to go at it. Almost there. And then we're going to build it and embellish it, and we should be done. So there we go. So I don't know if you can see it. Dark, light, light, dark. Okay. There's not a lot of mix, like not a lot of color. It's just like soft enough to make everything else pop. So let's clean up our table. Because tables are magical. Put this stuff away. Let's see, and this one here too. Okay, and we'll clean up the stencil after. You guys can hear it? There we go. So let's bring the pictures. And let's get going now. So little pencil marks are going to help you, take the guesswork or where did I have it before. Okay. See, there's a little bit of color behind, not a lot, okay? Not a lot, just enough, like, to kind of fool your eye. So there we go. You don't want to add, like, and then you want to keep it like soft too, the colors that you add on the background. And keep it a bit soft. You don't want it, like, unless you want that to be like the focal point of your layout, then go at it. But I think in this case, you want to keep it soft and kind of on the neutral side. So this one is going to sit right here. And we had this little pop of, like I said, this one is, I'm okay if this one is going to, we're going to camouflage that corner down there. So don't stress over that. And this one here is going to sit right about that. Okay, so what do we think? See, there's a little bit of, think about like the the tiles in the pool, you know, sometimes you see it. That's what I'm thinking, the pool bottom. That was the idea behind it. Okay, so now that we know, I am not gonna use my ruler today, which might give me the heebie-jeebies in a bit because nothing's gonna be straight, but let's go at it. Trust me, if some of you guys have been here before, and you guys know that I love my ruler. I love some things to be straight. Some things are like ish. Some things are like, But for today, I want the movement today on the frames. I do a lot of grids and like straight lines, but this time I want something that is going to give you some movements. And when I looked at the pictures and I looked at the frames, I thought about a cascade. So I thought about a little bit of movement. And peeling up the back. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing perfect on time. Yeah. We're doing perfect on time. Like I said, simple. And if I can do it, you guys can do it too. So, okay, let's go at it. Let's take this out. And remember, try to put your adhesive, in this case, I'm using foam tape, towards the center of your pictures. Don't put it at the edges, because in case you want to tuck pieces underneath, it makes it easier to have that bit of space to kind of snag things underneath. There you go. So you see how, okay, so now we're going to go here. I like that one there. Let me pull out some foam dots. Okay, so let's just move it down a bit. There we go. And I'm gonna adjust a little bit for now. I'll secure it outside of the camera later on. Okay. And get this one here. See how having the adhesive. This is the one that we're just going to make sure that we, hide that edge at the back. Like that, not complete photo kind of situation. Right there. Let's see, stuck to my finger. Maybe a little bit higher. Okay. That's why the pencil marks are don't make them too dark either, so you can easily, you don't see them on your layout. Maybe holiday karmic. Okay, so there we go. And then the last one, like I said, this one, don't be we'll find a way to camouflage the bottom edge, but you want them to be kind of sticking up a bit. So you have your blues, your teals, kind of greenish, you have your corals, your yellows, and your pinks. So kind of a rainbow, but also a representation of all the colors in the collection. So that's nice. There we go. There we go. Don't worry about that. So let's get up. Let's start the embellishing. Let's start with, we have some, I'm just moving the stuff out of the way. So let's start with the part stickers. There we go. Some flowers are gonna make it to this page. So I'm just kind of opening my packages here. And I have my stuff ready here. So let's see. And that was kind of, no, I don't want to. So let's start with looking for a title, which you guys know that let's see. You know what? Instead of me, guesstimating what's there, let's look at this. Summer nights, living in the summer, but it's lazy days, happy place. Oh, that'll be my needs, happy place. So let's look at, he loves the pool. Or she loved the pool. Not anymore. She's 15 now. The pool is not a happy place anymore. Don't ask. Teenager. Before you couldn't take her away from the pool. Like God, literally, we'll be time to go. She's like, no, I want to stay here. So I can put it here, but no, I don't like it. I am thinking my title is going to go right here or here. Either way, it looks nice. Thinking that I might add it right here. So for now, let's just leave it there. Okay. Let's add something down here. Like I said, let's camouflage it. Pink with pink. Okay, so we need to bring something yellow up there. You have a little floral here. For now, it seems okay, but let's look at bigger. I think you need something bigger. That's why. You don't need to fill up the space, but you do need something that is going to be a little bit bigger with that. So let's move this one out of the way. Let's see, what do we have? I want to bring something kind of tone on tone. So let's see, too big. Too big. Better. Much better. So here we go. We're going to add one there. See, what do we have on our ephemera here? I don't know if I want to add this here on the pineapples. I think I need like a saying or something, but let's see how we come. Just trying to see if that looks better. Okay. For some reason, and you guys know, this is like the part, it's not the part that I don't like. I love, but I myself, what is the word? I like this, but it's really big. But I'm trying to see if I get it's too big. What is the word? You know, when you self-criticizer. Like I criticize like in my own page. And I want to make sure that when I finish the project, I am not going to change it after, I go off camera. So that's what I'm trying to make sure that I do once. And I kind of like this better. But I think it's too big. See, like I'm trying to find the in-betweenish. We're going to go with this one again. Back to the same one that we had before. I'm just trying to find the right way to put it. I like it there. Okay, so let's add some foam adhesive and walk away from it. Foam adhesive right there. Yeah, so I think I need to add another flower down here. I'm just playing with this. I'm trying to find like the way to hinge it. I don't know if I do this. I don't know. It's just, okay, let's put it for there for now. Let's walk away from it, Natalie. We need to find something here. I want to kind of add the flowers kind of cascading along with the picture frames. I was thinking about the word. So I'm thinking this one here. Maybe something smaller, something that has the same look too. Kind of like that there. Maybe I like it between the pineapples or not. I don't mind it. I liked it. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna glue that one there. The puffy sand. Whoever asked me for the puffy sand, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. No, the puffy sand is not gonna make it to this one here. But something's gonna go there. I do like the happy place there. I actually might move this one here just to have, the flowers there. And I need one down here. So let me just look again in my little pack here. Note to self, order more ephemera tonight. So maybe I need this one here. Remember, I need something a little bit bigger to camouflage it. And I can leave the space to add my lines with journal here too. But I kind of like that, just because it's a little bit bigger and it's gonna camouflage that corner. So it's not pink. That's the only thing that's throwing it off for me. So let me just look into the pink aisle. See, I don't use the acetate here because then you will see the little detail there. So you need to find something that is gonna camouflage that. Remember, we are using what's in, what about this kind of reddish tone? Ooh, that looks nice. But you know what? By adding this here, that's a lot of like contrast. So it brings your eye to that spot and not the one that I'm looking for. So we're going to audition one more and then we are going to, just let it go. My brain is thinking the Let It Go song from like, it's not the Little Mermaid. What's the name of that movie? Frozen. My brain is thinking Frozen too, give me some air conditioning tonight. Let's do the smart thing. Pair of scissors, we're gonna kind of create a little nook and cranny here. So we're able to kind of hang the flower a little bit nicer in this bottom corner. I think I want to. There we go. That's much better. There we go. So there we go. Yeah, I need to order like floral. Can I have another pack of floral ephemera, please? Yes. There we go. And I need to add, I'm just going to add stuff here. Okay, so make sure that it stays. There we go. Maybe we flip this one a bit. So let's see. No, I like it better the way it was before. Okay, here we go. So now we need to attach that, but let's move this out of the way. So how are we going to attach this? Because I had a few people. You can add a little bit of glue. You can add with the glue tape. You can staple it. Today, we are going to add glue. Now, it dries clear, but just in case you're concerned that, you know, it's going to show, then add your glue to the writing part of the letters. So add it behind the letters, not the clear part between the letters. Okay. Because then the color of the letter is going to camouflage. That's the best word for this. The glue dots. But remember, glue in general, well, not all glues are created equal either, dry clear. So shouldn't be a problem. But just in case. Let's see. Okay, that's going to sit right here. I'm going to need my ruler for this to make sure that it's ish straight. Okay, so there we go. And you're going to see it. I'm going to show you. If I put it there, you just see the little dots of glue, but the color of the letters hide it. So there we go. Okay, we're going to add a few more stuff here. So we need something here. I can add my lines of journal, but I think I want to add my lines of journal down here. I want to add something here. So let's go into the cardstock stickers. After, please. I really like the summer memories. I think I can put it right here. Okay, pull my adhesive. We're almost finished, guys. So here we go. Summer memory. Perfect. It's gonna need something here because remember what you already have a saying here. So gonna need something there. So let's look at what we have here. Let's look at here too. Sweetest summer memory. Do I want to add those lines? I don't like this one here. So let's see. What do we have? It's not that I don't like the pineapples. I just want something that it's going to bring summer vacation now. So let's go back into the cardstock sticker. Off the grid, sweetest memory. We already have sweetest memory. We have place, sunshine. So let's see the tan space. See, I wish that this one will have the tags to the other side where we fit perfectly there. Get into your 6x6 or into your 12x12. Well, now we're going to get into the 6x6 because I have it handy here. There is a paper full of tags. We're going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to cut one that makes sense here. Here, this lifeguard on duty. And these little tickets. And this summer pool pad. Sure, we just can use the one here. So let's see. Okay, I have to add some of the tickets here. And these are the reasons why you want to have a 6x6 too. Handy. There's one. Okay. So let's detail this quickly. You know how this one has the little perforations for the tickets? So one of the ways that you can do those perforations, because they're like really tiny. If you have a sewing machine, take the thread out of your sewing machine and then run it through the run the ticket through it. If you're like, you know, OCD like I am. And I usually do that in my mom's machine when she's not here, so she doesn't see that I destroy her machine. Or, which is what I'm gonna do right now, take a paper piercing tool, and we're gonna make the perforations. Like I said, some things I just OCD that automatically my brain is thinking I have to do it. So give me 1 sec. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so I'm doing it like a freehanding it down here. I don't know where my little sponge thing is that. Wait, let me see. I found it. Everything is right next to me. Remember, I work from my apartment, so I have everything handy. Ta-da! Okay, so I just, it's not perfect, but at least, you know, I don't see the white spots. So I'm gonna do that here too, just to help me with that edge. Okay, there you go. So let's clean, clean, clean. So all these little tickets here, like this one is not even complete. So we're just gonna toss it in there. Remember, this one we haven't glued in place yet. So we're gonna fake it until, like we're gonna, what is it? We're gonna fake it until we make it. Okay. So we can add the ticket there. Oops, and the ticket kind of coming off the page there. You can do it this way too. We can do it this way. So let me see. Let's see. No, I don't like this one here. I do like this one here. That one's gonna stay there. This one here. There we go. See how it like nicely rips. I think I want to put it down here. Again, remember, today is all about camouflaging. So, okay, so I was gonna say enamel dots, not enamel dots, just some dots. Okay, so here we're gonna add a little bit of foam adhesive, kind of keep the two of them together. Here, camouflage. There we go. I have another piece here that I think I'm gonna kind of stick it. No, I don't want to overdo it. Now my flower will make more sense here. I'll make sure that this reads. Let me lift this up. Yeah, I like that better. So it needs another piece of foam adhesive. And I'm actually adding the foam adhesive so that it holds the acetate in place too. So let me just push it all the way in. I'm going to show you. So right here, it's going to put it behind the acetate. So when I press it down behind my picture, it keeps the acetate in place too. There we go. So now, if you guys know me, then you guys know what is missing here. We need a little bit of shine. And there's beautiful enamel dots here, by the way. But I think I need a pop of shine for this. So, choose. Okay. And we are going to go with some, looking at the time. Oh, perfect timing. See, we did good today. We put this together in an hour. Okay, so I'm just going to place them for now, and I'll come back after, you know, we're finished to add some. So I want to make sure that I put them right where I have my little clusters. And I'm gonna go the opposite way. I don't know if I want to add pink here. So let's see what the pink looks like. I don't know the names of this because I have the big box. So like maybe Heather can help you with this. I added the big box. So sorry, guys. I don't know the exact names. Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of the blue. Sorry, this is teal, green. Sorry, Heather. I know that, like, you know, like I said, I have the big box, the mix. So I'm like fighting with it when I have my little tool here. So like I said, I'm going to put them where they're going to go. I'll glue them outside of the camera. So if you hear me quiet, it's because I'm just thinking where I'm going to put the other one. Just need a pop of shine. So if you're not like a fan of the shine, then don't add it. To me, I do think, you know, it needs a little bit of shimmer at the end. Okay, if I could only get one out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to add some here, but we're going to add a different color there. We're going to go with just white next to the title. So let's close this. Sky blue, bubblegum, Jules. Yeah, I think Ocean Breeze. Yeah, Ocean Breeze for sure. The yellow one, I think, is Sunshine. And those are the only three colors. I'm going to use, I know this one is called Iceberg. Am I right? This is the only one that I have separate in a little container, like in a little baggie. And I'm going to use this for my title. So remove. So I'm just making sure that it's balanced. So here, let's add another one here. Just to stretch the design a bit. Because like I said, my lines of journal, I'm thinking I'm going to put them right here. So that will balance the design. So there we go. Not bad. Start to finish. We have a winner. Oh, Christy Amber, congratulations. You are the winner of the gift certificate. You used it well and let us know what you got. Because we are nosy. We like to know what you got. So there we go, guys. Let me just clean up a bit here. So you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, clean up. There we go. So there you go. Maybe you can add another flower if you want to after here, but I don't think you need to. There you go. So simple. You can get it done in an hour. I got it done in an hour from start to finish. So, you know, let's flip the camera. You guys let me know what you think about it. Where's the little button for the camera? There you go. See, I'm sweating. Told you it's hot in here. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations again, Christy Amber. Give Leah a few days, you know, before you you get your gift certificate. Email Leah at Pinkfresh Studio, and she'll respond. She takes a few days. She's busy dealing with all the store. As always, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions about anything that I created today, let me know. Everything that I used is added in the comment section of this video, so you can go and find it. There's links to the shop. As always, you know, let us know if you want to watch something specific. I will be back next week with another project. Like I said, you may get sick of me after the month, okay? Because I'm covering for Kathleen for this month. She might have to cover for me later. We don't know. Okay, so but we are working with another collection next week. So you might see actually quite a bit of sunshine on my mind from me for a while. Okay. I'm going to start making smaller prints of my pictures. If you print from your phone, use print a size. If you have an iPhone, I use Lightroom on my computer to print all my pictures. So it makes it easier for me to size to whatever, like, to an exact measurement. Thank you so much for joining me, all of you. Thank you, Heather, for answering questions while I was playing with paper. Thank you so much. Don't forget, like I said, I'll be back next week, same place, same time, same person. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. Take care, okay?